Meanwhile, to another courtroom now, this one in Lower Manhattan. That is where jury selection is underway in the defamation case involving writer Carroll and Donald Trump.
Yeah, the former president making an appearance at today's proceedings as a jury will decide how much he owes Carroll on top of the $5 million a separate jury already awarded her. Antwan Lewis is live outside the courthouse. He was inside earlier. Antwan, what's going on?
Well, the court right now is still interviewing, trying to find 9 New Yorkers who can be fair and impartial, 3 of whom have already said so far this morning they cannot. Let's show you some video. We'll start with Carroll, who is the plaintiff in this matter. She arrived to the courthouse this morning. She actually was greeted by shouts of support from supporters as she made her way into the courtroom. You can hear a little bit of gnats about there. Now, jury selection again underway in her civil trial against the former president. The sole purpose of this trial is to determine how much more he owes the writer, Carroll, for denying that he sexually assaulted her in the 90s and accusing her of lying about her claims. Now, the former president himself, let's show you that. He arrived by motorcade just before 9, and he is accused again of defaming Ms. Carroll. Last May, as Chris just mentioned, a different jury awarded Carroll about $5 million after concluding that the former president sexually abused her in a department store dressing room in the spring of 1996, then defamed her in 2022 by claiming that she had made everything up and that she revealed it publicly in a 2019 memoir. The jury also said that Carroll had not proven that the former president had in fact raped her. Now, it's the disparaging comments that he made while president that this jury will determine how much additionally he must pay. And as you come back to us live, again, we're still a little bit busy down here. So we told you at the top, I told you at the top about 3 that were asked by the judge if they could be impartial. They said that they could not. So what's happening now is that they're still doing that interview. This trial is supposed to take about 3 days, somewhere between 2 to 3 days. The prosecutors believe that they can do their part in about a day and a half. The defense have suggested that they could do theirs probably in another day and a half too. So that's where that time frame comes about. Mr. Trump has said that he wanted to testify. However, right now that remains to be seen. Back inside to you.
All right, Antwan, before you go, you're there, you're seeing his face, you're seeing his reactions. What has his demeanor been like as he's in the courtroom?
That's interesting, Bianca. He's that scowl, stare that some people have pointed out that he seemed to do, particularly at the last trial that was over just the other last month. So none of that. A lot of talking with the attorneys. Also the same behavior, if you will, with Ms. Carroll. She's on the row in front of him. But we're being kept. We're actually in the overflow room just because of how much attention this matter has drawn. Back inside to you.